Another early morning flight. The more flights I take, and obviously I gotta sit by the window and point my cell phone out and record everything, I really enjoy the extremely high altitudes of aerial photography. And in this tiny clip, is it just me, or does anybody else get reminded of that moment from the movie Flight of the Navigator? Oh well, maybe it's just the 80s kids. First, stopping in Baltimore. Unfortunately, I was not able to see any structures of significance. But then again, I'm not sure exactly how close or far away the historical buildings are to the Baltimore airport. And now a shorter flight over to Portland, Maine. Although I will say, during this flight, maybe it was because how I had my neck, I started to get really nauseous and a bad headache. So by the time I landed, the headache was just pounding. I knew better than to try to pop my eardrums because that just really hurts. And so I'm trying to keep myself from getting too nauseous, but at the same time, has anyone else ever gotten that feeling of you want to pull over to the side of the road because you feel so nauseous, but at the same time you're forcing yourself to get to the closest drugstore so you can get some medicine? All right, sorry to interrupt here, folks, but future editing Jonathan is trying to blend in with the past in Maine Jonathan. So, as similar as I can get. Just wanted to say, I didn't really realize on the first day, and maybe every day, I ended up not filming as much as I thought I was. One, because there was always a lot of people wherever I went, so I couldn't do this everywhere. The first day ended up just being, I wasn't feeling good and I needed to get to the hotel. I stopped at a CVS, and after an hour or two on the road, the Sudafed finally started kicking in once I got to the hotel. Okay, it started being great, and I figured I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of the first evening here. Go eat dinner, just walk around. I don't need to film anything, and plus, I don't want a whole bunch of looks from other tourists, even though there weren't many other people, if even one other person with a camera like me. So I'm like, I'm just gonna try to blend in and not look too conspicuous on the first day that I get here. So that was that. So if things seem a little disjointed and the video clips aren't moving the journey along smoothly, that's why. Just wanted to let you know. So anyway, just enjoyed my time in Bar Harbor in the first evening, getting a feel for everything, and got a good night's sleep, and now on to the next morning. And a very early morning. I think I got up somewhere between 4 and 4:30, and it was so cool to just drive through the trees of Acadia National Park, and I keep scoping around from left to right, wondering, is there any wildlife that's going to pop out onto the road this early, because I'm the only one here. But it was not meant to be for wildlife. Although I did get a good spot to perch along the cliffs here and just enjoy the sunrise and take my time to scope out and try different compositions. And the clouds, the colors look, just right. And soon after I got to the spot, there was a few college kids that showed up too, and they went to the cliffs right beside where I was. And at first, I was kind of annoyed, but I took a step back and thought about it, and I realized, wait a minute, they actually make a good subject in the background. So I'm pretty happy with this, especially the sky, being able to see the stars so clearly. on the first and only clear day. And a very good morning. Down at Thunder Hole, it stopped at Schooner Head to get some pre-sunrise shots. I think they turned out pretty good. And as I'm driving by Thunder Hole, like the sun finally popped out after about an hour and a half of just the dawn, but no sun. So it's like I'm learning. I looked up the time of the sunrise. I was like, okay, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? So other people here, other photographers enjoying the sunrise as well. That's cool. So I'm going to head over to Boulder Beach next and mimic what I've seen, just to see if I can do the same. I don't know. But yeah, this was... It's so easy here along the coast just to follow the leading lines and the leading curves to get the shot. So I was like, oh, this is heaven for a photographer. And about a 3 to 5 minute drive over to the next stop. Enjoying the dawn along the way. The east side is the best in the morning. Well, let's find out if I can hear myself after this, but yeah, man, Boulder Beach is awesome. And the tide is coming in, but look at all these cool rocks. Everybody says, nobody looks for cool rocks anymore. Here's your rocks. Oh yeah. It's kind of, the waves are crashing over there too. But yeah, this is like the foreground here, easy. The leading line, the curve up to the cliffs and the trees, easy. It's like, this is so simple, but I can see why so many photographers come here, because right on the other side of the rocks right behind the camera is like 10 photographers getting the sunrise right now. And I can't blame them. I may have to try to come back here on Friday morning or Saturday morning when the sun is just poking through. I think I may go down to Otter Cliffs next. I can't remember. I typed it out on my phone, everything down the Park Loop Road. But this is, yeah, this is good. And I feel well rested. Because yesterday, getting off the plane, the first time in my life I ever had so much head pain I felt nauseous. I'm like, that's not good. So stopped by the drugstore, got Sudafed. Onward and upward. I may try to get a couple more shots facing the other way, but also right behind the camera here are my favorite kinds of pines, the Christmas tree pines, and you can smell it. This is heaven. But yeah, composition wise, you get the whole thing. You get a vertical panorama if you want. I mean, panorama hasn't struck me yet, but also I'm not the only one here. So, but also close-ups of the rocks maybe. I kind of got carried away getting close-ups of Christmas pines. And oh my goodness, teeny tiny blueberries, little baby blues. Oh, it's amazing. Just hidden in the bushes. That's great. Oh, I gotta get over here while I'm still excited. And people riding by on bicycles thinking I'm nuts, which I'm not far wrong. Yeah, let's see. Where? Come on, there they are, hidden. Not the best angle, but it's right by the Christmas leaves. Oh, check this. Fresh Christmas trees all over the island. Okay, maybe it's too cold in the morning. I can't smell it. It's not fragrant enough. Maybe I could smell it when I was down on the rocks, but I guess my nose is a little congested this morning now. But ooh, this is what it's all about. We're in business. Let's see what else we can see this morning. In hindsight, I believe they were actually firs, not pines. But anybody who lives up there, please feel free to correct me. I have to keep this twisted a bit. Got both hands holding on the tripod, holding the camera. Ooh. That's great. Listen to that. You can hear the buoy bell. At least I hope you can hear the buoy bell on there. That sound is heaven to me. Anything nautical, I love it. So, making my way down to Otter Cliffs. I'm gonna just check and see down here what the tide pools look like. The tide's coming in, so don't expect much, but I put the ND filter and the circular polarizer combo. I really should make a video about that because it's like an upgrade from the last ND filter I made a video about. Yeah. Ooh, there's a big wave off of there. Not sure what caused it. If anything, could have been a boat, but I don't see a boat passing. Anyway, yeah, let's I don't know, just making my way around the park loop on the east side of Mount Desert Island, not only for scouting, but you know, like I'm shooting, feeling really good about it, even though I may seem a little tired here. That's just I'm trying to be more enthusiastic in the videos, and sometimes I forget and I have to remind myself. But you know, just taking it all in here at Acadia. I mean, a lot of the photographers I watch on YouTube are taking some really good photos at Acadia. Lots of people talk about the national park, and now I'm checking it out. I did not get in time a ticket to watch the sunrise on Cadillac Mountain, but you know, I don't know. It may be something just to do, but now I'm not sure if it's absolutely necessary. But as I suspected, no tide pools here. It's just a cliff. Yep. You don't want to go down that road. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll get something from here looking back north. But let's see what we can see here. So here's the thing. All right, let me come off the road here. I saw this little creek running down, and I thought, ooh, another good composition here. And also, what made me stop the car and pull off the side, to be perfectly honest, was there was about 3 tiny little red squirrels. I don't know if they were babies or adults, but one just ran right in front of the car and stopped. I was like, how are you not bothered by vehicles, but if a person gets out, suddenly it's, ah! I don't know. But it's pretty cool. So did a horizontal and a vertical, but you can probably notice the leading lines, the logs, the fallen trees in the background. It's a little busy, but I think the stream is pretty good. So yeah, that was that little stop. Now I guess back to the hotel, get breakfast, and then off to do some, hopefully, whale watching. I think I should probably end the video here. While, yeah, the first day was what it was, just traveling and trying to get to feel better. The second day, but the first full official day, driving along Acadia and doing the whale watching. But I'm going to spend the next video talking about the whale watching and the evening following that, which is a good length in and of itself. So time-wise, I think it's better for me to split it up. And I don't know, maybe get more views. But if you like the images from this video, it would greatly help the channel and give me a confidence boost if you give it a little thumbs up. I'm okay with a bit of constructive criticism and critiquing, because I figured you're always learning, always trying to get better, and the weather will not always cooperate, as you will see later on, because this was the first and only morning of a moderately clear sky. After this, I thought it was haze, and you'll see me mention that I'm thinking it's haze. No, it turned out to be the wildfire smoke from Canada decided to come over to Maine instead of the Great Lakes region like they did the first time. That's about it. Just wanted to give an explanation. So next video is going to be all about whale watching and spending an evening at a lighthouse. And there goes a plane. So again, thank you very much for watching. I will see y'all in the next one, which is part 2 of part 1.